welcome to a newer and hopefully better version of Your Food My Way. Today we're making a Hungarian dish, chicken paprikash. Basically it's paprika chicken. The recipe I'm using is off a channel called SharingYourStory. It's cooking with Oma, chicken paprikash. I found a lot of versions of this recipe and they were all different. And I like this one because, first of all, it's a cute little old lady in a house dress. And her sauce came out creamier than most. And that's the route we're going. Okay, got my ingredients laid out. Big pot. Again, I'm not here to teach you how. I'm just here to make it and try it out. So first thing I need to do is chop up my vegetables. Now, the one thing I did deviate from, good Lord, from her recipe, apparently she used a sharp knife, but she used celery and carrots, and only on the internet can people from all over the world tell a Hungarian woman that she is cooking a Hungarian dish wrong. Apparently that is non-traditional. So, since people went off on her about the non-tradition of carrots and celery, they said it has to be onions and peppers. Well, that's what I'm going with, but in the spirit of Oma, I'm going to make it a little non-traditional myself. I'm going to put mushrooms in it. Mainly because I'm a believer that mushrooms make just about everything better. I'm going to chop up my red pepper, my tomatoes, and my onions. And since you've seen a million people chop this at this point, we will fast forward. Now, it calls for a half a cup of oil, cooking oil, or at least that's what Oma said. And since you don't specify olive oil, I just always assume it's not. Because you always, when they want you to use olive oil, they specifically say. So I'm just going to use corn oil. Just on medium heat. Get that hot. And again, we will fast forward. Messed up and put all my vegetables together. I should have kept my onions separated because we want to soften these, not brown. She was very specific about that. We are not to brown them. One tomato in there. Story of my life. Since it doesn't actually call for mushrooms, it's not a measurement, so I'm just going with what looks right. You can hear the sizzling. Now I had to go get the paprika because every recipe I read, they specifically said Hungarian paprika. Got a good, almost meaty smell to it. Okay, they're softening up a little bit and they're getting a little translucent, so I'm going to go ahead and get the paprika ready. We're not shooting for high heat here, slow and low, that's the key apparently. Like I'm an expert. Now this is supposed to be 2 heaping teaspoons. And since I really want to taste the paprika, I'm going to heap the heck out of it. Coat those onions. Now, again, with the multiple recipes I looked at, there were whole chickens, just thighs, breast meat. I mean, everybody had their own version. Some said get a whole chicken and cut it up yourself so you have the backbone. Some said breast meat only was the way to go. Now, Oma did breast meat and legs, and drumsticks, and it gave it a lot of good juice. I mean, it looked great. So we're going with Oma's. At this point, she said you may want to lower the temperature. I mean, we were at medium. I have to actually turn it up just a hair. So we're going to go just below medium. You just want to coat the chicken real good. And since she didn't really give any weight measurements, I think my chicken to onion ratio may be a little higher than hers. And we have the old chestnut of salt and pepper to taste. People always tell me I don't salt enough, so there you go. Stir that one more time. Old European lady. So of course, what kind of instructions do we give with spices? A sprinkle of this, a splash of that. So we're going to sprinkle some garlic powder. And I looked in my cabinet and I got like 15 deals of garlic salt, no garlic powder. And a splash of celery salt. Stir one more time. Now, here's where a couple of the recipes deviated. She wants you to cook it just in their own juices, and after 5 minutes, check it. And if its juices aren't thick enough, it's starting to dry out, add a little water. 5 minutes later, check it again, do it again. Do that a couple times till you got the liquid content. Most of the recipes called for water to be put in, or chicken broth. It was almost split 50-50 to how people did it. Again, since we're going with Oma's recipe, I'm going to see. She did have a cup of water handy in case she needed to add some, but the chicken she used, I mean, it got its own juices, came out pretty good. So we're going to try her way and see. I may have to add some water. But right now we're going to just start with this and see where we go. So we got about an hour of cooking. And we have a little mixture to make when we get closer to the end, but first we're going to let it cook. Alright, we have about 12 minutes left, and there's a few other things I need to do before it's done. One, I've got a pot of water on the boil, because another thing that most people disagreed with was what to serve this with. Now, Oma, she put hers on two different. She used bow tie pasta, and she also used a mashed sweet potato mixture that she put it on, served it, you know, one way or the other. I am going to go with something just a little bit different that I don't have. Just a second. I'm going to serve mine with gnocchi. for no other reason than I don't think I've ever had it. So I'm going to find out. And so I got water boiling for that. But what I need to do now, I got water going to be boiled for that. By the way, you have no idea how many times I checked this thing and without a pot holder. It seems to be beyond my ability to realize this lid is hot. But as you can see, no water added, tons of juices. Well, you could see, but it's really fogged up there. Tons of juices from that chicken, and that's all chicken juice, I guess. A lot of, probably from the tomatoes as well. Okay, now what we're going to need here is 3/4 cup of water. And again, back with her heaping. Make sure I got the right deal. Yes, 2 heaping deals of flour. Yeah, I'm a grown man. Grown man with Hello Kitty. I don't remember, but I'm really hoping this was a gift for one of my kids. Either way, it sucks at the start. Right tool for the right job. Now before you add the flour mix, almost says add some half a cup of cold water to it first. I guess just to stop it from boiling for a second. Give that a quick stir. Now the breast meat did not have bone, obviously, but the drumsticks did, and right there when I stirred it, that meat was just falling off the bone. Looking pretty tender. Get my gnocchi ready. Again, I don't know what this actually tastes like, so if nothing else, this is going to be an experience for me too. Good Lord. They're kind of hard. I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting to fill a few, or spill a few. Although that may have been the first thing I've spilled. Hey, good on me. Now we got about 5 minutes left, so it says about 2 to 3 minutes for the gnocchi, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in because my water is boiling. And my gnocchi was in the fridge last night. I don't know why. I got it off of a shelf at Walmart. It ain't like they had it frozen. Okay, according to the package, that should start floating when it's ready. Break it up here. And sour cream. Certain things you expect. Eastern European food, sour cream. Stereotype? I don't know, but I just expect that. Now I need to borrow some of this juice. . Doesn't matter how much, because you're going to pour it back in there. It says mix until smooth. I got my little more water, thinner than almost. I just put a little more juice in it, but now to pour it back in, you must wait till that cools down a little bit, because apparently that will curdle. About 2 minutes away, so gnocchi ought to start floating soon. And I'm guessing at the gnocchi pronunciation. Let me know if that's wrong. Alright, according to the timer, we're down to our last 45 seconds of our hour. I believe it's done. Smells really good. Really smell the peppers I put in. Alright, now I'm going to remove it from the heat, or until it's no longer boiling. And gnocchi's floating up there. Look at it go. I'm going to let that cool while I remove these. Remove the lid here so this will cool a little bit quicker. Alright, it's no longer boiling, so I'm going to add my sour cream mixture. Hopefully it don't curdle. It's a little thinner than Oma's. I liked her kind of thick creaminess. I imagine I could boil some of that down and get it a little thicker, let it simmer a little bit. But I think I'm going to give it a shot like this. See where we're at. Let me grab a plate. Got some vegetables if I can find them. I think that will work. Seriously, almost grabbed that lid again. A real slow learning curve. This is what it looks like, or at least what my version looked like. I don't know if it's supposed to look that way. Right, let's give it a shot. First of all, the gnocchi, I'm not really thrilled with that. It's kind of bland, honestly. Very fall, wintry stew, kind of a hearty taste. Not bad. Again, if you like, I don't want to say soup, but kind of a stew taste, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, not bad considering most of it's just letting it cook on its own once you assemble it. This is actually a pretty easy dish. It's not bad. I think next time I might try putting some peppers in it, like a chili pepper or something, give it a little bit more heat. I actually may sprinkle some chili flakes on it to give it a little bit bigger kick, but otherwise, not too bad. A little bit more flavor, I think, and that may have been me. But otherwise, I can live with it. I could go to Hungary and eat when I'm hungry. Sorry. Well, this was this was my attempt to cook Oma's chicken Paprikash. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, Like, subscribe, comment, and check back for the next one, or ring the little bell, and they'll let you know when the next one comes up. Till then, I'll see you next time.